Welcome to the only eBay channel that practices what it preaches. And brothers and sisters, I preach it. And I'm about to show you how to put it into practice. This is just going to blow you away. You're going to go, why hasn't anyone ever shown me this? This is a tremendous way to make extra sales, or to make faster sales, or to make more money. And you're just going, I'm telling you, I'm warning you, you'd better sit down, because you're going to be shocked about this. This is just going to be information that you'll go, wow. Most people don't think about things like this. I do. That's my job for you. It involves multiple quantity listings on eBay. What happens if you've got a Noritake Ontario plates? I just searched for Noritake Ontario dinner plates. These are plates that are discontinued. They've been out for probably since the late 80s. They've been discontinued, maybe early 90s. Beautiful plates. They don't go for a lot of money. They don't go for nothing either. They're worth selling if you have any. What if you have 4? Well, you could have a listing of 4 dinner plates in one listing. What's wrong with this picture? A lot of things is wrong with this picture. We're going to talk a lot about pictures in this channel. But for one thing, you're supposed to show every single thing. In this first picture, you're supposed to show every single item you're selling in a listing. This guy, girl, guy, probably a guy, he's only showing 1, but he says he's selling you 4 plates for $50. Now that price is probably about right for 4 plates. If you had individual ones, they probably will sell for a little bit more than these divided by 4. So $50 divided by 4, that's like, I don't know, $12 and something per plate. If you're selling an individual plate, probably you can't get 20, but you can probably get more than that. More than 12, maybe up to 20, who knows. But this listing is only showing 1 plate, and we could click through if we wanted to, but we're not going to. But this is for 4 plates, $50 for all 4. That's what they're implying here. If you sell these 4 plates individually, you're able to create quantity discounts for your buyers. So one listing, you can sell multiple items of the same item. Probably a lot of you have done this. Let's see here. Let's say that I have these mid-century modern wheat, autumn wheat little fruit bowls, okay? And I'm selling, and I have several of them. So go down, you do all of the listing and all of the description, all of the everything, and then you go here and you say, I have 11 to sell. Now they're $13.21 a piece, but I have 11. And I want my buyers to buy more than one. If they need more than one, I want them to buy them from me. Now I can just sell 1 in a listing, but that's kind of dumb. I've got 11 of them. I could make 11 listings of the same item, but eBay does not allow us to do that. You can only have 1 listing per item type. So if I have 11 of these, and they're all pre-owned, but in basically identical condition, I cannot make more than 1 listing. I either have to sell 1 at a time, or put all 11 in the listing, or sell 11 at once, which for these types of things wouldn't be very wise. For glassware and dishes and glasses and things like that, if you have multiples and you have an odd quantity, it's never good to sell an odd quantity. Everyone wants 2, 4, 6, or whatever. But these probably, they're old, mid-century, probably people have broken theirs in the past and they just need to complete their collection. So they're looking for 1 or 2 or 3 to replace the chipped or broken ones that they've had in the past. So if I have 11 of these to sell, then I could sell 1 at a time and then just re-up the listing every time I do that, 1 at a time. Man, that just seems like a lot of work. Why would I want to sell 1 at a time when eBay allows me to say, I've got 11 of these to sell? But eBay says, now they're not $13.21 for all 11. They're $13.21 for each one, because I'm just selling an individual plate. Notice I don't say 11 up here in the title like this knucklehead did. He said 4, but he's only showing a picture of 1. But anyway, his quantity is probably 4. But I don't want to sell one at a time and then I've got to go in and fix the quantity. I want to sell multiples. How many multiples do I sell? Do I list all 11 at once, as scrolling on down, as I have done here? Or do I not want to do that? Well, the first half of this video is you probably don't want to do that. Now, you don't want to sell one at a time, but probably you want to sell a small number at a time because it shows scarcity. It makes buyers think, oh, he or she's running out of these. I better get all that I can. They've only got 3 left. They've only got 2 left. They've only got 1 left. And as these sell, eBay will say how many are remaining. If I say 11, someone can look at mine and go, he's going to have these for a long time, or for a week, or probably I can come back later and get as many as I want. I would rather show more scarcity. Now, I don't want to do 1 at a time, but I might want to do 3 at a time, or 4 at a time, or 5 at a time. Now, I told you that anytime that you've got glassware dishes, it's always best to sell in even numbered lots. But I'm talking about you want to sell 1 at multiple quantities, or maybe you want to sell 2 or 4 in one listing, or 6 in one listing and have a picture of all 6, or 8 in one listing. You don't want to sell 7 in one listing. You probably want to sell, in that case, 6, and then create a listing of just 1, and someone who needs a replacement might want the 1, and someone who wants a set might want the 6. All sorts of ways to do multiple quantities. The great thing about multiple quantities is you create one listing, and all you have to do is, instead of creating one listing for everything that you have, every item you have, you just say how many you have. I don't like putting 11. That's telling them too much. That's telling them, take your time. I'll be here next week. I'll still have some. Don't do that. But one thing I do want to show you is anytime that you change the quantity from 1 to 11, okay, it defaults to 1, then volume pricing pops up. eBay gives you this volume pricing screen. This is great. This is what we're really going to focus on here in a minute. If the buyer buys 2 or more, or buys 2, I'm going to offer this buyer 11% off, or whatever I choose, okay? If a buyer buys 3 or more, I'm going to give this buyer 15% off. Notice I'm trying to encourage the buyer when I've got multiples, 11 in this case, I'm trying to encourage the buyer, buy more than 1 and I'll give you a discount. The more you buy, the more you save. Buy all of them and they'll be free. No. Anyway, if you buy 3 or more, I'm going to give you 15% off. Now this is off each one. If you buy 4 or more, then I'm going to give you almost 20% off. You can choose whatever you want. Whatever you want. This is what we're focusing on from this point forward. Well, we do want scarcity. 11's quite a bit. Quite a few. I don't want people to think I have that many. If I list 2 or 3 at a time and I sell 2 or 3, I'm going to re-up that quantity to another 2 or another 3 or whatever, but I'm not going to sell 1 at a time, and I'm not going to sell 11 at a time. With rare exception, I might do that, but that's rare. But I'm always going to put, when I've got more than 1, quantity discounts. This is powerful. If you've got dishes like this, you've got to bubble wrap and wrap them carefully and do the box carefully and make sure there's enough padding and dunnages like paper and bubble wrap and just stuff that's in the box to kind of keep it from moving around. Wouldn't you rather wrap and ship 1, 2, 3, or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these in one box and just take them to the post office one time instead of doing 6 individual little bowls and you wrap each one and you take it to the post office? I sure would. You save on boxes, you save your time, you save everything. It's a great thing. It's a beautiful thing to be able to sell more than one thing. But you need to do it the right way. What is that? My way. Here's what you do. Anytime that you offer a quantity discount, eBay will tell buyers, this person has more than 1. Look at this. This person has more than 1, and you can save up to 7% whenever you buy more. Save up to 7%. So what this seller has done is, this seller has gone probably something like, if you buy 2, I'll give you 3% off. If you buy 3, I'll give you 5% off, and what was it, 7%? Yes, 7%. If you buy all that I have, I'll give you 7% off, okay? So look at what eBay does. This is critical for you to remember. eBay will take the largest discount and they will put a nice little red in large letters in a search engine result. They're going to tell you, your buyers, this person's going to give you multiple discounts. If you look at this, now this helps click through, especially since the picture's not very good. It doesn't look square. It's not square. Doesn't have a light background, white background, all that. Anyway, you can save up to 7%. This is a powerful sales message that eBay is helping this buyer with because this buyer did a quantity discount. Maybe 3, maybe 6, maybe whatever, but if you buy 4 or more, you can get 7% off this dish. Now here's the dirty little secret that eBay doesn't mind you knowing. If this person sells all but 2, but their quantity of 3 or more is 7% off, eBay just keeps this big number here. Thank you, eBay. I'm glad you didn't take that away because this gets a major click-through. In a search result, this red message pops up, cell phone, computer screen, and this red message just screams to possible potential buyers, click here, you might save more money. Now, oh, this is good. This is so good. Oh, this is good. Let's say that you've got 11 for sale, but you're like me and you want to show scarcity. I'm going to put 4 for sale. And if 1 sells, or 2 sells, or 3 sell, or 4 sell, I will up it to 4 again. I'll just, in my inventory, in my listing, change it to 4. Now, I actually do not do this, and I'm going to show you why. But this is a way to show scarcity. Let's say that if you buy 2 or more, I'm going to give you 6% off. If you buy 3 or more, I'm going to give you 10% off. And if you buy 4 or more, now I've only got 4, but if you buy all 4, or if I had all 11, if you buy 4 or more, I'm going to give you, I don't know, 16% off. And whenever you do that, even if you sell all but 2, eBay will still say 16% off here. eBay's really helping you a lot. And it's really good. eBay doesn't take that away whenever there's no longer the highest quantity available. If there's just 2 or 3 or 1, eBay still shows this discount on the search page. Now, here we go. This is like the most powerful multi-quantity discount tip I can give you. I mean, this is good. Because I want to sell. I'm in the business to sell. I would rather give Rosie O'Donnell CPR than not sell something. That's a lie. I'd much rather not sell something. But okay, moving on. Here's what you do if you really want to boost your sales. You only show, oh, here's what you do. Let's say you give, I don't know, 8% off and 17% off, but if they buy 4 or more, let's just go on down and give them 67% off. Now, can you make any money selling all 4 of these for 67% off? Probably not. Probably not. And aren't you in here to make money? I sure am. Aren't you in here to dominate eBay? You should be, because your competitors are trying to dominate you. Your family is more important than worrying about hurting your competitors' feelings. You're here to dominate your sales on the items that you're selling. That's your job. If you're not going to do that, get out of the business. You don't want to take it seriously. 67% off, but I can't make any money. Yes, you can. Remember, 8% if they buy 2, 17% if they buy 3, or whatever these numbers are, and 67% if they buy 4 or more. Why in the world would I want to put that there? It's because in a search engine list, eBay is going to give me this powerful message. When you save up to 67%, every single person looking for these plates are going to click on that. Such as the following. Watch my screen carefully. Right there. Do you see that? This is my listing. This is one of my listings. I am offering up to 67% off. Now, I'm selling these plates pretty cheap for, number of reasons, but up to 67% off whenever they buy more than a certain quantity. Now, you don't think that's, first of all, Top Rated Plus and all of that, but you don't think that's a powerful sales message? You don't think that's enough to get people to look every single time they're looking for this plate? 67% off when I buy more. Yeah, I need 2 or I need 5 or I need 20 or whatever. They're going to look at my listing. But what I've done, it's a little sneaky. eBay allows it. I'm just convinced eBay knows this happens. I'm just convinced eBay has allowed it. They look the other way. I mean, it's not illegal or anything like that. I would never, ever tell you anything like that. I never offer more than 3 at a time. You see what I did there? If they buy 2 or more, I'm going to give them 8% off. If they buy 3 or more, I'm going to give them 17% off. If they buy 4 or more, I'm going to give them 67% off every single one of these plates. But I've only got 3 left. I've only got 3. I have just made sure that in every single search for this plate, my up to 67% off when you buy more than 1. Save up to 67% off. Well, it just turns out when they buy from me, they can't get 67% off. They can get discounts though. They can get, in this case, maybe 17% off, whatever it is. You only offer 3, 2, or 1 depending on your quantity. If you have 4 or more, don't offer 4 or you're out a lot of money. This is really an amazing thing that eBay, I'm sure, well aware of. I mean, they know what's going on. It's an amazing thing. Otherwise, let's say that eBay only allowed this whenever you actually set up a listing with 4 or more. Okay, and eBay's happy, so they show up to 67% off. But the moment it goes below 4, eBay's going to get rid of that message up to 67% off. No, they don't want to do that. They want to keep that up to 67% off. And you want them to keep that too. So never offer more than 3. And on the 4 or more quantity discount, blow them away. I really like 67%. I think it just looks fantastic in a search whenever they see that. I know I get more click-throughs, more interest. I also price my items competitively because I buy items, I source items for virtually nothing. And that's part of this training here in the channel. I'm going to show you how to do all this eventually. I just don't pay much for things that I sell. I'm not in the business. I'm not in the Amazon selling business where I'm out a whole bunch of money hoping things will sell before the price tanks. No. I want to buy for virtually nothing and sell for 1,000, 2,000% ROI, return on my investment. I am here to make money with virtually nothing invested. It allows me to sell for favorable prices, and it allows me a lot of freedom to do this sort of thing. You'll learn. You'll learn. Walk with me, talk with me. I'll show you the way. Get it? Bottom line, if you can sell multiple items in one listing because you've got multiple quantity of the same thing, do so because it's better than selling 1 at a time, and only offer up to 3. If you've got more than 3, keep it capped at 3. If you sell 1, as you sell that 1, then change your quantity back to 3. So you've always got 3 available until you run down to 2 or 1. And that, in any way, you always can offer up to a 67% discount. And that's true. You know, if you mess up and put 4, oh, you're selling 4 for 67% off. I assure you, every single one of them. But you never will offer 4, and you're going to get tremendous, tremendous search engine love from this.